I knew it. I wish I brought my Sharpie. I can actually reimagine this into an anti-sign. Oh, there's Reynoso. Wow. What a simp. The biggest simp in Brooklyn. What a joke. Former city councilman, too. And he's going to sell out all his former colleagues in the House. Going to sell them all out by simping for this. There's Rachel Fee. I try to ask her so many questions about who was going to build the city of Yes and who's going to build all this affordable housing that they want, that these proposals supposed to bring. And you want to bet they're going to be LLCs from Turkey and other foreign nations that bribed Eric Adams when he tried to get campaign matching funds from them and got away with it. Well, make way for the rally, people. Are these all in the rally? Oh my God! Look at this. They're astroturfing this. They're astroturfing this. Look at this.
All right, what are we voting for?
Apparently, there's too much white people there, so they're giving it more, for lack of a better word, color to make it legitimate.
4, 5, we need housing to survive.
Astroturfing. It's pretty disgusting. They have no idea this is not going to help the housing crisis, but make it worse and destroy neighborhoods. Reynoso, man. You're selling out your fellow councilmen, man. You were in city council and you're selling them out, Reynoso. It's shameful. Very shameful. City council is going to lose their power. They're going to lose their power because of this. Why didn't they? You know what's interesting? The court's going to actually. There's actually a court case on these proposals today by the Supreme Court House 6 by Foley Square. So why didn't they do it at Foley Square? Because there's actually more room there. This is pretty gutless. But it makes sense to do it in front of the mayor's office because the mayor's lawyers made these bullshit propositions. Because a lot of developers want these contracts to make all this new luxury public housing powers. Okay, it's nice and diverse now. You can start. My God, look at all these lobbyists. So many lobbyists. So many lobbyists. What happened to the city of Yes? They protested for the city. They rallied for the city of Yes for 2 years.
All right, we are
and it's not enough.
Here. I know we are so excited. Some of you have come from lunch. Some of you ran over really quickly.
Some of you were astroturfed.
We're going to get started in a minute. Believe me, your presence.
It's really hard to build an astroturf crowd.
Even if you have 2 seconds spare. So a few minutes we'll get started. Well, let's do another rally call. What do we want?
2, 3, 4, 5, we need housing to survive.
Even they know it's a joke.
What do we want?
Affordable housing.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Affordable housing.
When do we want it?
Now.
All right, just this side. What do we want?
Affordable housing.
When do we want it?
Now.
When do we want?
Affordable housing.
When do we want it?
Now.
Our whole choir. All we need to do is a swag move. Let's go.
Hey Dana, what happened to the city of Yes? You protested. You held the city of Yes. Remember that? What happened to that? How can you need this? How can you need these four propositions now? Is it? What's your name? I forgot your name. It's well, whatever, Miss. What happened?
In a few minutes anyway.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. I'm sorry. But what happened to the city of Yes? Why do you need four more proposals to make it work? Did the city of Yes fail already? Because nothing got built in the city of Yes ever since it became law. Why are you supposing? Why are you supporting proposals that was written by the indicted mayor's lawyers? You know, an indicted mayor made these. I thought you people hated Trump. You're supporting Trump puppets' proposals, and it's not going to build affordable housing. Don't worry, I'm going to be quiet when this starts. I'm not Raul Rivera if you've seen the videos. But it is funny how the city of Yes didn't work. They need all this shit now. Oh, there's Mark Levine, the Democrat candidate for controller. Got to find out who the Republican opponent is for against Mark Levine.
Peter Mark Levine?
Yeah, Republican opponent.
Oh, I don't think. Peter some Peter guy.
Peter Guy. Vote for Peter Guy over Mark Levine. That's who I'm supporting. Oh, Mark's growing a beard, man. He's starting to look like a hipster, which is the perfect demographic for the housing they want to build. Now I guess we're waiting for Brad Pander. Where's Brad Pander? Where's that simp?
Hello.
Oh.
You probably not even hearing me from the mic, but you are hearing me with my voice. We good? Okay, good. All right. Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. How are we feeling? All right. My name is Asia Thomas. I am the director of organizing
that's
at
a
Open
name.
New York.
Thank you.
Open New York is a proud member of the Yes on Affordable Housing Coalition. The Yes on Affordable Housing Coalition has over 50 organizations that are a part of it across the city. Some of them include Supportive Housing Network for New York, Services of the Underserved, Help USA, Habitat for Humanities, New York Housing Conference,
Help USA is Cuomo's
Citizens
sister.
Housing of Planning and Planning Council, Abundance New York, New Kings Democrat, Jim Owl's Liberal Democratic Club, and so many more. So we're here today because our city's future is at stake. Here's what we know. We know that the cost of living is too damn high. We know that New Yorkers are being pushed out left and right. And we know that we need a change and we need it now. So this is why we're here, to fight to get 2 through 5 proposals passed so that we can fast track the delivery of affordable housing to our city.
So much for the city of Yes.
Yes. So we need New Yorkers on November 4th to flip their ballots and vote yes on affordable housing 2 through 5. 50% of New Yorkers cannot afford their homes that they're living in already. It's a growing families and so many different income restrictions. It's really hard for New Yorkers to stay where they're at. 1 out of every home is actually on the market rate for rent. That's why, despite overall population growth, families with kids are leaving New York at twice the rate as others.
A contradiction.
The average 3-bedroom now costs $1.8 million.
That's
Raise your hand if you have that. Okay.
To my rent.
$1.8 million. Who can afford that?
Not me.
Not me. New York has been a beacon of working people, immigrants, for people who work every day, for survivors who moved across the country and are around the world to build a better life for their family. So today, they wanted to build a better family for a better life for their families that would make the most diversity and the most impact on this planet. And so they came here for this dream and got this. Nothing. But we have lost over almost 200,000 Black New Yorkers in the past 20 years. They have been priced out. We have been priced out. We have been priced out. We have seen Asian American households are twice as overcrowded across the city. When Latino New Yorkers are suffering for some of the city's worst housing conditions. We see that there's a record of 140,000 public school children who are homeless. And let's be very clear, homeless doesn't mean just on the streets. If you're living with your family, if you're living on the couch, that is homeless.
That's funny.
So that is a staggering amount, 140.
I'm reminded that this happened under progressive Democrat rule.
We know that our housing affordability crisis is a crisis. It's on fire. And it's beyond time for us to do something about it. So we need to act, and we need to act now. On November 4th, one more time, we need New Yorkers to flip their ballot. Say it with me, flip the ballot. And vote yes on 2 through 5.
No.
So what are we voting for?
2, 3, 4, 5. We need housing to survive.
2, 3,
4, 5. We need housing to survive.
All right. So today we have amazing supporters here. We have elected officials. We have community leaders. We have advocates, and they're going to come up in a timely manner because a lot of people have to get back to work. And they will give, and they will let us know why they're in support of it. We're very grateful for their time. So right now, I want to call up a Bronx native, South Bronx native, first-generation immigrant from Dominican Republic, a housing advocate who has fought tirelessly to make sure that Bronx residents are able to stay and thrive in the area which they live in. I want to call up Mariel Charles.
Hi everyone! My name is Mariel Charles and I'm a community organizer from the Mount Eden area of the Southwest Bronx. The same neighborhood where I was born and raised. I grew up in the Bronx where neighbors truly looked out for one another. Families shared meals, abuelas fed anyone who came by, and people took care of each other. We had a sense of stability and belonging. That's what made our neighborhood strong. Now, when I walk through Mount Eden and Highbridge, it looks and feels different. So many of the families I grew up with have been forced out. Buildings that once housed generations of Bronx families are being sold off. Rents are doubling overnight. I've watched my community change and take on luxury towers that sit half empty. Developments that were never meant for us. They promise revitalization, but what they bring is displacement. Our borough has been impacted by irresponsible development that puts profit before people.
And council members.
It's time we change that. Every week, I speak with tenants who are under incredible strain. I know a grandmother in Highbridge who's lived in her building for over 30 years. Her rent went up $400 in 1 year. She's now choosing between paying rent and buying her groceries or medication. I know a young mother on Townsend Avenue who works 2 jobs and still can't keep up with her rent increases. She's terrified she'll have to move her kids out of the Bronx, the only home they've ever known. These are not isolated stories. There are 6 million applicants for 10,000 apartments.
Fuck Audrey Adams.
This is happening everywhere across our borough and our city. And while families struggle, we see empty luxury buildings that no one from my community can afford to live in.
Right? Fuck Bob Holden. Fuck Bob Holden. Fuck Bob
The Bronx has carried the weight of building affordable housing for the entire city, but we cannot do it alone anymore. It's time for every borough to share this responsibility. What we need now are deeply affordable, community-based homes, developments led by and for the people who already live here, housing that keeps families rooted, that strengthens neighborhoods, that honors people who have always been here. That's why this moment matters. Voting yes on proposals 2, 3, 4, 5 means faster approvals for small, affordable projects that actually meet the needs of working families, not developers or speculators. For me, this isn't just about policy, it's personal. It's about protecting the Bronx I grew up in and making sure future generations can still call it home. Thank you, everyone.
Wow.
Ms. Charles said it's personal. How many people is it personal to you? Is it personal? What do we want? When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Affordable housing. When do we want it? Now. Awesome. All right. Next, I'm going to call up Amit Baga. He is our executive director of the Yes on Affordable Housing campaign.
This guy used to work for, I think, just
Thank you so much. I don't know if I can actually add anything to what Marielle said. I think she kind of said it all. But I am going to talk a little bit about the propositions. First, I want to thank all of you for being out here today with us. We really appreciate your standing with us in this fight for affordable housing. I want to thank my friends and incredible leaders that we have in our city. Comptroller Brad Lander.
So rehearsed.
Our incoming, fingers crossed, Comptroller of the City of New York, Mark Levine, Manhattan Borough President. Now, I can't say Brooklyn is the greatest borough because I live in Queens, but we know how people from Brooklyn feel. Brooklyn Borough President
Assemblywoman Jessica Gonzalez, former staffer.
I also want to thank Queens Borough President Donovan Richards, who's fully in support but could not be here with us today, and also Governor Kathy Hochul.
Ooh, horrible. God, the worst people in the world.
I too, by the way, Marielle, I'm a native of the Bronx. So, like Asia said, my name is Amit Singh Baga. I'm the campaign director for Yes on Affordable Housing. We are working to get proposals 2 through 5 passed.
Staffer to a lobbyist.
Thanks to all of you, we're going to be successful in a few weeks. Look, everyone in New York City, whether you're a renter in Crown Heights or a homeowner in Cambria Heights, knows that the rent or the mortgage is just too damn high. It is what?
Too damn high!
We also know that an unprecedented number of New Yorkers were propelled to the polls this June by a promise of making housing more affordable for all of us. And in just a few weeks, we, the people of New York City, are going to be able to exercise the power that's in our own hands by voting yes on proposals 2 through 5.
Yeah, no, like they need this for Zora
To
Mandani.
equip us and to equip city government and the future mayor, we know who that's going to be, with the tools we need to do the job that voters are mandating us to do. So let's talk about what the proposals will do. They're going to make it much easier, faster, and cheaper for us to build exactly the types of housing we need. How? By putting affordable housing on a 90-day clock instead of a 9-month clock, cutting through bureaucratic red tape, all while preserving community board input as well as environmental, labor, and safety standards. Let me tell you what the proposals will not do. They will not make it easier to build luxury glass condos. They will not destroy existing zoning. They don't change zoning at all. And they will not be giving free rein to corporate developers.
That's a lie.
I'm going to start with Proposal 5, because I think it's one we can all agree with. Proposal 5 will simply bring us from 1955 into 2025, converting 8,000 paper maps into one official digitized city map. Sorry, borough presidents.
And lovers of paper maps.
And lovers of paper maps, yes. Going back to the top, Proposals 2 and 3, put simply, are going to fast track the following types of housing. Housing that's 100% affordable. 1 to 4 story buildings in low density neighborhoods. We're talking 5, 10, 15 units here. Adding just a few floors of housing, and only housing, in high density neighborhoods, like parts of Manhattan and Brooklyn. Going from, let's say, 8 stories to 10. And in the 12 community districts across the city that have basically built no housing in the last 5 years, we're going to fast track projects that are 25% affordable or more, so that the places in New York City that haven't been building housing are finally delivering on the promise of housing for New Yorkers.
But who's going to build it?
So now, instead of waiting years to pre-negotiate complicated deals with the city council for even modest amounts of housing, which adds enormous amounts of time and critically money to what should be a simple and inexpensive process, we can now build exactly the type of housing that New Yorkers need on a timeline that actually makes sense.
90 days, that's iconic.
And when we build smaller buildings in parts of our city where land is cheaper, we can also stretch our taxpayer dollars much farther in terms of subsidies, meaning the depths of affordability can be greater. Finally, answering the question, affordable for whom? Affordable for us. Now, I want to talk about Proposal 4 for a second. This is the one that everybody likes to talk about. Simply put, Proposal 4 is about making sure that larger projects or rezonings that include affordable housing actually get approved so that New Yorkers can get housed. Period.
And the rents will be
Now, I want to give a little credit where credit is due. Speaker Adrian Adams has been unequivocally the most pro-housing speaker we've had in generations. That's true.
Yep, she's a sellout.
Let's hear it for Speaker Adams. She's displayed tremendous courage in getting City of Yes passed. And I want to give credit to individual council members. This iteration of the council has been greenlighting housing at a much faster rate than previous iterations of the council. And that is all real leadership. But I say this iteration of the council because it has fallen on this iteration of the council to take up so much of the work that has been wholly left undone by decades of prior iterations of the council. We cannot rely on just one good speaker, and speakers generally only have one term, to solve a structural problem that's been decades in the making, and will continue to fester unless we fix the structure. That's what Proposal 4 really does. It's about finally liberating individual council members from the asphyxiating grip of small-mindedness that has too often over decades forced individual members and the body as a whole into what is essentially a Hobson's choice. Block housing because a small group of small-minded people wants to take us back to the days of redlining, or lose your seat. That's not a choice any council member should ever have to face ever again.
Bob Holden's term limited. What an idiot.
I want to draw your attention and ask you a question. Ask yourself why it is that the likes of Trump's New York City MAGA minions held a press conference right behind where we're standing today, just last week, decrying these very measures. Are we seriously going to believe that those people care about the working class of New York? Are we seriously going to believe that the Black, brown, Asian, and immigrant New Yorkers that form the backbone of our city's economy and society are the people that those people are fighting for? The LGBTQ youth and seniors who are in desperate need of supportive housing but can't get it anywhere? Our unhoused neighbors with complex health and mental health needs for whom housing has been blocked at every turn?
What about regular folk?
These are the New Yorkers I have spent 20 years fighting for, and these are the very New Yorkers that these ballot measures are going to help get housed.
What about regular poor people?
In creating an appeals board that consists of elected officials, starting with the council speaker, in addition to the mayor and the relevant borough president, which is what Proposal 4 does, the proposal actually gives local council members every incentive to negotiate the very best deal they can for their neighborhoods, extracting from corporate developers every concession and investment possible, so the project actually never has to come before the board, which cannot negotiate those deals. And if a project does end up there, this body has the power to only reinstate the affordable housing components of a proposal that has already been approved by the Department of City Planning, meaning that housing that New Yorkers need the most can actually get built.
No, we won't.
The incredibly diverse coalition of people standing with us today know this, and more New Yorkers, including those who have been fighting for vulnerable communities for generations and are on the vanguard of this fight today, are joining our coalition every day. So I want all of you to extend a very warm welcome to two incredible organizations, the Chinese American Planning Council and the Ali Forney Center, who are joining this coalition today.
Interesting. Developers from China.
Today we're
LLCs
thrilled
from
to be
China.
launching
do
with
a
our
lot in
partners in
Flushing.
government and across the city, our GeoTV operation, which will mobilize hundreds of New Yorkers
Man, this-
across all 5 boroughs to phone
this
bank, text
organization
bank, and
is
door
so
knock
evil.
in nearly a dozen languages to leverage the power that's in our own hands to create an affordable future for all of us. And now it is my great honor and pleasure to welcome my friend and one of the greatest leaders the city has ever had, Comptroller Brad Lambert.
What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? Or at least in a lot less than 2.5 years. You can actually watch a video. Once upon a time, New York Communities for Change was in favor of affordable housing. It's pretty sad that they're against it. I'm going to actually leave. You can watch my video because I don't want to
That's
disrupt
right.
things.
That's
Sad
right.
You guys have turned against affordable housing.
Nah, it won't be
Justice is
affordable.
rolling in his grave.
BlackRock will take over shit. That's exactly right. Yeah. Yeah, you're a liar, Brad. Yeah. And that's the end of those lies.
Affordable housing. 2, 3.
So much for your AstroTurf.
We need housing to survive. 2, 3, 4, 5. We need housing to survive.
BlackRock housing.
Please join me in welcoming Manhattan Borough President and incoming City Controller Mark Levine.
Boy, what a lousy AstroTurf.
I think I'm going to stick with Borough President for today.
Yeah. Yeah, you shouldn't be out here campaigning, Brad.
If you want to build more affordable housing in New York, make some noise.
Mark's not supposed to be here. He's campaigning for controller.
If you want to fight homelessness in this city, make some noise. If you want to ensure every working class family can remain in the city they love, make some noise. Si ustedes quieren más viviendas aquí en la ciudad de Nueva York, hagan bulla.
Wow, La Raza, Mark.
And bilingual, no less. I am so proud to stand here with these leaders. Give it up for Sham Saber, homeless hero. Give it up for Amit Baga, organizer extraordinaire.
Creep. Guys
So
are
happy
creep.
we're leading this effort. Give it up for mi hermano, Presidente del Condado de Brooklyn, Antonio Reynoso.
Fellow simp.
So he and I are going to be putting a lot of old maps on eBay soon. You guys are into that kind of thing. We got a few thousand each. Just stay tuned. We are here in the midst of the worst housing affordability crisis New York City has ever faced.
Yeah, and you guys made it.
Rents in Manhattan now are averaging over $5,000 per month.
And you two did it.
And when affordable apartments do come open, we are seeing 500 applications per apartment, and sometimes 1,000 applications per apartment. This threatens the future of New York City.
That's
We
why
have
you didn't
got
build
to
enough.
build more affordable housing here.
Then make your
In every
buildings 100%
borough,
instead of
in every
80-20.
neighborhood.
Dummy.
We are saddled with a system for approving that housing now, which is totally broken.
What city of yes?
If you want to build affordable housing in New York, the approval process takes too long, it costs too much,
wait, the city
it's
yes
too
is to fix
uncertain, there are too many roadblocks, and it is most
Like the city of
importantly
yes?
deeply inequitable. It can take years to get a single affordable housing project approved. That means there are families living doubled up in homes,
like to show them
waiting
Jamaica Queen.
for years. It means there are families waiting in homeless shelters for years because of our bureaucratic delays. And as for equity, we have a system now that allows communities that are politically and economically powerful to stop housing, and everyone else has to take it. This is the inequality of the system we've designed. It can be better. It must be better. Cities around the country are doing it better than us, and we are losing New York families to those cities right now. Working class families are
Florida?
leaving New York. We have a chance to fix
Maybe
this
the taxes should go down.
with these
Florida.
4 ballot questions, 2 through 5. That will make it easier, faster, more reliable, and most of all, more equitable to build affordable housing
Wow.
in New York. We can do this, New York.
city of yes.
And when we do, we will create a future in this city for bus drivers, for nurses,
Bus drivers have
for
homes.
food delivery workers,
What?
for home health care aides, for teachers, for social workers. Do you
Hey,
want
Billy,
this
for
future
me.
for New York?
Food delivery workers should be
All right,
legal
let's see if you've been
immigrants.
paying
That's what
attention.
this is about.
How are we
They'll
going to
make more
vote
apartments
on
for
Prop
legal
2?
immigrants.
How are we going to vote on Prop 3? Yes. How are we going to vote on Prop 4? Yes. How are we going to vote on Prop 5? Yes. We got 20 days to go. Early voting starts a week from Saturday. We got to get the word out. We got to talk to our neighbors. We got to knock on doors. We got to post online. You guys ready for this fight? Yeah. You ready to win for affordable housing? Yeah. All right, let's do this. What do we want? Affordable housing. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Affordable housing. When do we want it? Now. Thank you so much. Okay. I can MC if you want.
Next.
Yes, Borough President Antonio Reynoso.
All right. So I just want to take a pause. We're going to take a quick pause just because there's a lot of people in this crowd that might not know what just happened when Brad Lander was up.
I do.
And I want to have some transparency here. I'm going to give you a very top
You're just gonna lie.
explanation of it so that you understand that these two issues are completely unrelated.
No, they are
He is
related.
the controller of the city of New York. The controller gets to invest our pension funds into several different types of investments.
Like
and one of
homeless
those
shelter,
investments that the city of
hotels.
New York currently has is called BlackRock. And these folks don't want him to invest in BlackRock. They want him to move away from that. And at this point, I don't know for sure, but it seems like he hasn't done that. So they're
Look at
very upset
Reynoso-
about
look at
that.
Noso
They're not
trying to,
upset
like,
about housing.
say
They're not
things.
upset about 2, 3, 4, 5.
Noso
Has
trying to, like,
nothing to
cover
do with
Brad's
what we're
ass
talking
and
about.
BlackRock's
But they
ass.
saw a great opportunity
What a
that he was going to
sellout.
be up on the mic
What a
to
simp.
really ambush
This guy has
him
no
and be
dignity
able
or
to put
integrity.
pressure on him to do what they wanted. But I want you to know those people that just left have nothing to do with housing. It's
Yes,
about
they do.
BlackRock. Well, they do actually have to do with housing.
Yeah.
But I guess what I'm
Wow.
saying is they're
He's
fighting about
terrible at
BlackRock,
this.
not these proposals. So I just wanted to give you context so that you don't feel some type
Context?
of way about what
You
just
mean
happened.
lying?
Those folks are
You're
not
gaslighting
necessarily
your own
against these
crowd,
proposals,
man.
All right?
Hey, just gaslighted your own supporters.
Now to proposals. You're welcome. Yes, many of them would love to come back actually and be with us, but they might come back. 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to talk about I was a council member in the city of New York, and I loved member deference. It was a very great thing for me.
Yeah, you don't want them to have it.
But the issue with member deference is that it was a very local thing. We have a citywide crisis. A citywide crisis. We've seen supposedly elected officials lose their seats for supporting affordable housing. Because in a very local race, voting on affordable housing can mean the difference on whether or not you continue to be a council member or you don't. You have to understand that risk. So many council members don't take the risk at all. They build no housing, especially affordable housing, in an effort to preserve their seat in the city council. There are other members that put their necks on the line and support housing and don't get kicked out of their seat. But we shouldn't leave this up to chance. We shouldn't make this risky. And when it doesn't become risky is that you elect borough presidents and citywide elected officials put their neck on the line. Because they have a larger perspective on what this housing crisis is. What's happening on your block is very different than what's happening in the city of New York. There are estimates that are saying if we don't build 1 million homes in the next 15 years, that this will continue to perpetuate the homelessness crisis and the crisis we have in housing. 1 million homes. The city of Yes, which is a great proposal put forth by this mayor, only gets us $80,000 if every single person that it affects decides to build on the city of Yes. It is very unlikely that in 15 years, every single opportunity that the city of Yes gave us will come to fruition. That's 80,000 units in 15 years. And I just said we need 1 million in 15 years.
Oh, Jesus
So when we
Christ,
talk
what a
about
nut.
a crisis, we don't want to just patch it up. We can't put Band-Aids on this housing crisis. The Band-Aids are going to make it that this city is solely for the rich or the extremely poor. You're either in rent stabilized or NYCHA or Mitchell-Lama housing, or you're in a luxury rental somewhere in Manhattan or in some parts of Brooklyn.
Like Mark.
We don't want that. We want the middle class. We want the unions that are building the housing to be able to live in the apartments that they're building. And we can't do that right now. So what these proposals do is simple. When we talk about affordable housing, we're not going to talk about that too much. We need affordable housing. We can't let you get in the way of that. We're just going to build that quicker. It's not going to be completely void of any participation or any comments or input, but it's not going to be talked about too much because we need it now. No more nonsense. We're going to do it in what is it, 3 months? Instead of 9 months is a fast track, by the way, in the city council right now. That's how much time it takes to build affordable housing. 9 months, fast track. We got to cut that timeline. We have to. And then the other review, that the appeals board, which is the real contention of the city council, I want to be very clear. That is the one that they care about. It's the one that affects them. The others, they will not contest. They know we need more affordable housing and we need it sooner. They know that. They're not going to fight over our power loss on the maps being digitized. What they're fighting on is their one proposal for the appeals board. And the appeals board does nothing to this process. It stays exactly the same, 100% through. But if at the end of the process they say no, people with citywide and borough perspectives get a shot at it. The speaker, the mayor, and the borough president get to look at it and say, hey, it was unreasonable of you to knock this down when it has so much affordable housing, when you've been able to negotiate so much. The borough, the community board still got a vote. The council member still gets an opportunity to review it. The timeline stays exactly the same. But if at the end it's a no, we get to look at it. And I want to give you perspective. In North Brooklyn, we built almost all of the affordable housing and the housing in the city of New York, in Brooklyn. South of Empire Boulevard, we built almost no housing. There are neighborhoods in Brooklyn that haven't built housing since 1968. 1968. Right now, we are building 7 new schools in Bay Ridge. 7 new schools in Bay Ridge. And they've built no housing since 1968. How can that possibly be? How are we building schools for more people when no housing has been built?
Because housing was
built. It is
built.
the fastest growing community of doubled and tripled up families in all of New York City.
I see that.
These people live in 1-family homes with 3 generations in it.
No, there's apartment
Those
buildings.
people deserve an opportunity to get housing. They deserve to get
homes.
homes. And if we take too long and allow for politics to rule the day on whether or not we're going to build in Bay Ridge, it will never be built. But I have a different perspective. I have a borough-wide perspective. The mayor has a citywide perspective. And we can build housing there and start releasing the burden of generations having have their kids in their basements, their grandchildren in their attic. We can fix that with these proposals. And it is why I'm supporting 2, 3, 4, and 5. So flip it.
They're actually going to approve
yes,
basement and attic apartments in a few days. This guy's an idiot.
And I just want to say, we're losing something too. The topo units in our offices are gone. And we're standing here because sacrifices need to be made for the greater good. We need housing. And we need to talk about that in a very serious way. In Spanish, very quickly.
Wow, that was
I want to say that in Spanish now. What are we voting for? Oh, one more time. What are we voting for? Thank you so much, Borough President. Thank you so much.
No
Thank
bueno.
You so much. All right. Right now, we're going to keep it going. We have good energy? Right, we're almost to the finish line. I want to call up my friend,
Rachel T, right?
our fierce housing advocate, Shams the Baron.
Oh, they're getting the hell out of it. They're getting the hell out of Dodge these two.
Really, I'm super exhausted. I can't even deliver. But I'm gonna say this as someone who grew up in foster care since the age of 2. I know what housing instability looks like. As someone who started experiencing homelessness at 10, permanently discharged from the system at 12, and experienced homelessness most of my life. Sleeping on the streets, sleeping on the subways, sleeping in the shelters. I kind of know what it's like to just not have a home. And one of the reasons why I'm absolutely committed to finding solutions to solve homelessness and to solve our housing crisis is because when you see numbers that, what was that number of children? 140,000. 140,000 children that are homeless right now. And I raised my own son through the foster care system, and I have children that also were shuffled through the shelter system. I'm sorry, through the shelter system, and it's just a tragedy, travesty. What I came to understand in my research, I kind of like to listen to both sides of an argument, the pros, the cons, I weigh all of that. And one of the things that I realized, you know, especially when you're looking at building affordable housing, is that in certain communities that if you don't build the housing, I guess it's all over the city, if you don't build the housing, it actually leads to displacement, right? If people don't have a place to go, you're gonna have people leave. And when I look at certain communities, the people that end up leaving are the people that housing is not being built for. You'll see on some places, you'll see housing built for luxury housing, right? That goes up. Some housing is real low income housing. So if you have a subsidy, you'll be lucky to get into that. But then there are people that are teachers, that are city workers, construction people that are actually building the housing that actually they can't afford to be there because they don't qualify for a subsidy, and they don't. What was that price? What he said? Like 5 million? 1.8 million. They ain't got no 1.8 million, right? So they get priced out, and they end up having to leave our city. And when I looked at the community that I grew up in, one of them, and I see that at some point, everybody's either poor or the people that are moving in are super rich. But I don't get to see, and young people today are not getting to see the teacher. They're not getting to see the city worker. They're not getting to see regular New Yorkers because those people have to leave. And so we have to kind of reverse that, and what we got going on now with these proposals are designed to address that. City of Yes was great, but we need more than that. And so my personal appeal to all New Yorkers is to vote. What is it?
So the City of Yes failed.
Flip your ballot.
Flip it.
Put them signs up. Let people see.
Yeah, let them see.
You see them signs?
Just how much, a lot of money was spent.
It's saying
this,
flip your ballot
fake rally
and vote yes on Props
affordable housing.
2, 3, 4, and 5.
We need housing.
Yeah, we can't see 2.
Say it again.
We need housing to survive.
2, 3, 4, 5. We need housing to survive. 2, 3, 4, 5. We need housing to survive. 2, 3, 4, 5. We need housing to survive.
So I watched a lot of the singers, and when they perform it, they just put the mic away and they let the crowd do it. I kind of like that. They're like a rock star. Can we do that again?
2, 3, 4 to survive. 2, 3, 4, 5. We need housing to survive. 2, 3,
4, 5. We need housing to survive. 2, 3, 4, 5. We need housing to survive.
Yeah, make it a performance.
Listen, I'm gonna keep it real, then I got you. I'm gonna keep it real, and this is whoever's getting this. This is shams. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling you. If you don't want to end up in a shelter, right? Because you will. Trust me when I tell you.
These people aren't getting.
If you don't want to end up in a shelter, you are going to have to vote yes. We have to produce the housing. That's the only way that you're going to avoid that. So, to my people in the hood, to my people, vote yes.
Thank you, Shams. All right, we're going to call up Marty Gould Cummings.
Hope we have room for this. Oh, look at this guy.
Good morning. I am Marty Cummings, and I'm proud to represent the Ali Fournay Center for Homeless LGBTQIA+ Youth. We are proud to stand alongside this broad, incredible coalition of people fighting for housing and affordability. From Brooklyn to the Bronx, housing is being stripped away from everyday New Yorkers. A housing crisis has swept this country as wages stay the same, but the cost of living increases. And at the Ali Fournay Center, we have seen a 10% increase in young people seeking affordable housing and services from our organization. As trans rights are under attack, as trans kids are seeking safe places to go, we need to ensure that we are protecting them, providing housing, because right now voucher access is being taken away and there is an inadequate amount of supportive housing for our young LGBTQIA plus people. And at the Ali Fournier Center, we know that the fight for housing is intersectional with our trans community, our queer community, our young people, our seniors, our black and brown communities, our Asian communities, our immigrant communities. We are in this together to fight against billionaires. New York is a city for the people and by the people, not for corporate interests and corporate needs. We need a city that will fight back against an agenda that is working to erase the everyday people of this city. And that includes our trans and queer youth. And the Ali Fournier Center is proud to stand along with you. And for any of you who are confused about what to do, you're gonna turn your ballot over. You're gonna turn your ballot over. You're gonna turn the ballot over and you're gonna vote yes on 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you.
Passion and with a good outfit. Thank you. All right, we only have a couple more and I promise you we're gonna wrap this up. But I thank everyone for being here. So right now I wanna call up Pastor James Duckett.
Okay, right?
Pastor James Duckett is a proud Bronx native, a community leader who serves as the senior pastor at Fort Mont Baptist Church, Greater Eternal Baptist Church, and he serves as the first vice president of Baptist Ministries Conference of the Greater New York and second vice president of the Bronx Ministry Conference. He also, I don't know how he has time for this, he also is the chairperson for Young Pastors and Ministers Division of the Empire State Convention.
My brothers and sisters, I share the same sentiments. New York City is in a crisis. Families are fleeing familiar foundations and futures are fading fast because rent has risen beyond reason. With half of our people who are rent burdened and children are sleeping in shelters, we can't call that progress, that's called pain. The truth is our system is stuck, buried beneath bureaucracy, bound by red tape and broken by greed. Developers with dollars move mountains, while true community builders are crushed by the process. We got vacant dreams and vanished neighborhoods, because the rules were not written with people in mind, but to reward the rich. But here's the good news. We have a chance to change the course by voting yes on affordable housing, proposals 2, 3, 4, and 5. We can cut the course, clear the clutter, and create communities that care. We can build better, broader, and brighter for every borough, for every background, and for every budget. So this November, let's stand up and speak out, vote up, say yes to housing, say yes to hope, and say yes to the hope of New York City. Because we cannot be the city that never sleeps if people don't have a place to sleep.
Thank you.
Let's go to hotels. That's what made the hotels.
All right, last but not least, certainly not, we want to call up Rachel Fee. Rachel Fee is Executive Director of the New York Housing
questions on who's going to build this yes on affordable housing too. The City of Yes.
I am a proud member of the Yes on Affordable Housing Coalition.
Used to be City of Yes Coalition.
All of our partners who came here to support this today. We have an amazing show of support, and I'm here to wrap it up. But first, I'm just going to sum it up. The reasons New York City's dire housing crisis exists today are quite simple. It takes too long to build housing, and it's too easy to block it. Opponents are fighting to maintain the status quo, but the status quo is not working for renters paying half their paychecks to landlords. It is not working for renters queuing many city blocks for an open house. It is not working for families moving out of New York City. It's time to fix our broken land use approval process, to fast track affordable housing, and get New Yorkers into desperately needed homes now, not years from now. We can also end the unequal distribution of affordable housing in New York City. The New York City Housing Tracker found just 10 council districts produced more than half of New York City's affordable housing over the past 11 years. One district alone, Council District 15, created more housing than the bottom 21 council districts combined.
But they're not blaming it
With
on
numbers
the
like
actual
these, it is
80-20
clearly
program.
time for change. Every neighborhood in every borough must do its part to add more housing options. When you pick up your ballot this November, choose progress over gridlock. Say yes to Props 3, 4, and 5, and you will make it faster, fairer, and easier to create more affordable homes that New Yorkers need and deserve. What do we want?
Affordable housing!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Affordable housing!
When do we want it?
Now!
Flip your ballot. What are you going to do?
No.
Vote yes on
2, 3, 4, 5.
Hell no.
3, 4, 5. We need housing to survive. 2, 3, 4, 5. We need housing to survive.
Thank you, everybody, for being here today. Vote yes.
All right.
Where are the regular people at?
All right, we are about to wrap it up. We're going to take a couple of Q&As, but in true organizing fashion, there's no way I'll be able to leave here without giving everyone homework. All right, so we have a couple of canvassing opportunities, right? We have some door knocking to do. We have some leaflets to drop. We have a bunch of this left.
See, this
so
is
are you ready to door knock?
This proves that Zoran is going to. This is a Zoran rally, and he's
we have a couple of opportunities for people to do. You can contact the Yes on Affordable Housing campaign or Open New York, and we'll reach out to us and we can get you in contact with someone. But right now, Mr. Bagger's going to take some questions.
These questions are from members of the media, if you haven't, on the ballot measures.
There's nobody here. There's no media here.
Any press?
Yeah, I do. I'm not pressed.
That as a no. Thank you all.
A no?
Thank you all.
Hey, how come the city of Yes failed, Matt? Does this mean the city of Yes failed? Hey, Ahmet. What makes you think housing will be approved in 90 days? Ahmed, what makes you think housing will be approved in 90 days? How's that supposed to work? Isn't that rushing it? And isn't that kind of like the Turkish embassy that Erica Adams got in trouble with?
Oh, so you're standing on a
Yes, I am. No, I'm not going to fall. I'm just going to delay you from wrapping up. There you go. Now you can finish.
What I will tell you is...
Rachel, what happened to the city? Yes, Rachel. No, what? What are you, Eric Adams? You Eric Adams?
I don't know anyone.
You're doing the same thing he's doing, you know. Yeah, make it go away. Good going. That's good, Rachel. That's very uncountable. You pushed the city of Yes for 2 years, Rachel. And now you're pushing it. What do you need proposals for? The city of Yes failed. Obviously, the city of Yes failed. Now it's just this guy questions. Yeah, Ahmet's gonna ignore me.
Let me cross there too. Yeah, we'll get a quote for sure. See, I just think about videos he's leaving, so we'll get it from
Hey, Ahmet. Ahmet knows what he's saying is a bunch of lies, so he's ignoring me. And he's only going to take questions from the Yimbys. Yeah, Habitat for Humanity, the housing charity, they don't care that their houses that they built in Settles on Park in South Jamaica are empty. They don't care about that. Let me see if that's Austin. Let me. That's press guy, so maybe I can sneak in a couple questions. Let's see. No, there's Ryder. I'll get him later. Hi, Ryder. Are you aware of the abundant housing in Jamaica, Queens?
What do you think? That is great. It's good.
Wow. He doesn't. Ryder, man. You don't want... Wow, while you're doing this, Ronnie, are you aware of the abundant housing in Jamaica, Queens? You know, we actually built tons of housing. In fact, since the city of Yes that you supported, they built an entire new giant affordable apartment building where rents start for $2,000. I love these people. I love these people. Yeah. I love these people. I thought they cared about poor tenants. I thought they wanted to build affordable housing for all. I'm one of these people and they don't want to talk to me. I guess they would. I guess there's a certain demographic of poor people they prefer to talk to about affordable housing. Right, you should come to Jamaica, Queens and see all the affordable housing towers that were built. You should go over there. You should see the abundant buildings that are there. You should see Jamaica, Queens too. Oh, there's Ryder. I get Ryder and Met at the same time. Hey, you two. Wow, they don't want to talk to a poor renter. They don't want to talk to somebody who's rent burdened. Wow. Look at them, they're trying to act like I don't exist either. This is just like freaking this is just like high school. This is the Yimby Cool Kids table right here, everybody. Ahmed, can you explain how you could do an environmental assessment review in like 90 days? How does that work? Do you know how that works? Excuse me? Yeah, go ahead. Don't worry about it. I don't know who you are, so I'm not going to who knows how to do an environmental assessment review in 90 days here? How does that work? How does that work?
Good afternoon.
Hey, man, why should people bother running for city council if they're going to have their member deference taken away? Yeah, nice block. Yeah, Propositions 2, 3, 4, and 5 were written by city lawyers who worked for indicted Mayor Adams. And since Trump bailed him out, they're going to hook his developer pals up who donated to him. And also, they're going to hook up whoever Zoran Mandami, whoever his donors are that are invested in housing. I'm going to guess George Soros, his son, a bunch of Silicon Valley maggots, especially those two who put malware, who were running fucking tech products with malware in it. Yeah, you know, Zoran, huh? Oh wow, you support Zoran Mandami? Do you know who Gerald McFarland is? Yeah, you know who he is. You know who Gerald McFarland is, right? What about those two guys who made that malware? They donated to Zoran too. And he takes money from billionaires like Soros. How come he doesn't want billionaires to exist if he takes his money? Hey, ABNY came back. Yeah. Hey guys, who's going to build this affordable housing? Oh shit. Hey lobbyists, who's going to build all this affordable housing, man? Well, that Turkish developer who pleaded guilty and got off donating to Eric Adams, is he going to build some of this affordable housing through LLCs? They know it. They know it. What the gang's all here? Hey, Ahmed, how many LLCs going to build this affordable housing? And where are they going to be from? So that's it from this second farcical rally these people threw. The last one was City of Yes, and now it's for their little keys. Their cute little arts and crafts keys for the proposals 2 to 5. And it's crazy. And the thing is, if people see the words affordable housing, they go, I should vote for that, without actually knowing what it means. And that's why I made this video, because as you can see, they don't know what they're stressing here is irresponsible. It's crazy. The thing is, they want everything. They want all this housing to be approved in a hurry, and without freaking without city council, with much city council approval. And that's crazy shit. That's gonna give more power to the mayor, which will probably be Mondami, who basically robbed the rent stabilized apartment. I don't give a shit. He fucking robbed that shit. He lied about his status, lied about his economic status. And these keys give more power. And let me tell you, Eric Adams handed it to him, because it's all about real estate. They're all owned. They're all owned by real estate. And what they're proposing is insane. It's going to kill neighborhoods, and it's going to lead to lead to a bigger exodus and more displacement. But they'll just build more hotels anyway, because I'm pretty sure that's included in the friggin' City of Yes, the affordable housing plan, because the only affordable housing that's really been built in the last decade and a half are hotels that are being used for shelters. And LLCs are going to build them all. Nobody's going to know who these people are. Anyway, this is New York Realm, Impunity City. This is Impunity City, now more than ever. Fuck you guys. Before I go. Hey, is everybody here gonna vote for Zoran Mandami?
Oh, the one in the panel.
Because if you're all gonna vote for him, I'm pretty sure he supports this. Fascinating. Now, you know they're all voting for Zoran. There's a guy right there. And if these people support proposal revisions 2 to 5, then Zoran Mandami fucking supports it too. See you at Liberty Avenue, Zoran, on Diwali.